What's up, everybody? Let's do a quick mic check. Wow, I was muted the whole time. I was muted the whole time. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, so what I said was 2026, I set aside a chunk of capital, 250K, starting the year. This may or may not represent all positions and all securities at any given time. For me, I think this is legal to talk about. It shouldn't be an issue. People talk about their book all the time. This is real money, so I'm trading this. There's also a little bit on Kraken. There may be money movement between here and Kraken at any given time for any reason based on positioning, right? So what I was saying when I was muted is a lot of people ask me like, what are your sizes? When are you adding? When are you subtracting? This is not to copy trade me at all. This is only to learn. That's it. So yes, thank you everybody for messaging me that I was muted. So I have, the Schwab account, whatever. I have the trade journal listed all out. Another thing people ask me, like, how are you recording all this stuff? What are you doing and why? And blah, 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 blah. Sizing. So I wanted to communicate that in a better way to, again, help people learn. This is not about copying me at all. Most people are going to hate how I trade, okay? Which is fine. Everybody needs to make their own journey. But I'll share this as well once I get this fleshed out a little better. But for the most part, it's in a good spot to where I like it. So anyway, I'll be talking about that every Tuesday, just because again, people are always like, are you even trading? Are you trading real money? Blah blah blah. So again, I set aside a chunk to say, okay, this is specifically for this purpose, and we'll talk about it, right? So sorry about that. Anyway, sorry, I was monologuing. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. My bad. Thank you. Sorry. TLDR. We're going to talk about specifically, really, it's for like trade sizing and rotations. At least how I do it. It's not the right way or the wrong way. It's just a way, right? So anyway, as far as the analysis part, I'll start with BTC. And this was an option, I guess, going into the year rotation. You always have to be cognizant of the end of the year tax loss harvesting, because it seemingly was what was going on, right? At the end of the year, like you're down 30% in Q4, people are going to tax loss harvest. That's going to create additional selling pressure. That's going to create less buyers just because they're waiting for that stuff to end. So there's this weird calendar roll. We're still not out of the woods, by the way. The trade I like on leverage, on margin, per me personally, is whatever this is, whether it's 90 in February or 93, 94 in January. I like this, like high size, like stupid high size. Whatever this looks like. 93 to 103, which admittedly is nothing, right? It's just 10K, but I like that as a high conviction setup. The biggest issue I can see going forward for me personally is if I have all my capital in TradFi and this starts to break out on a weekend or something, like you're going to miss it. So you have to keep that in mind, obviously, duh. But we do have finally something that doesn't look like just the bear flag, because previously we had just the bear flag. So, right, we just had this. That's all we had. And we're in the weekly cloud-ish. We're so far not out of the woods yet. It's not even funny. So just keep that in mind. But this today candle is way better than a down today candle. If we're here sitting talking about 85, 84 instead of 90, yeah, that's a one-way street. This is a different conversation. So yes, I see the people talking about Adam and Eve on all sorts of time frames. If we can hold this, we have not been able to hold anything. It's just been straight down continuously, and that probably was because of tax loss harvesting. That's my guess. If this ends up being some sort of Adam and Eve bottom, great. I like it 92 plus. I like it as a breakout trade. Again, I like leverage, I like margin, that's just me. But until then, I don't think there's anything to do. Not for me. Not for me. Now, a lot of people are going to say, bro, I told you so. This was bullish. I've been buying, bro. You were so wrong, bro. Or like, oh man, you were so wrong on these alts, bro. They're up 30% today, bro. Like, I can already hear it in my head. People like, okay, we have new information. It's a new day, So that's really what I'm watching is, do we get to 92? What does it look like at 92, 93? You could probably get away with cheating this a little bit. Probably. Like, maybe you like to buy a little bit at 91 or something just to get the blood flowing. The other weird part about today is the SPY is down. At least it was. Nuclear stuff doing really well. Right? Wasn't the SPY down today? Yeah. So we are up on a down day. Not something we've seen a lot of. So that's good to know. Up on a down day for Qs as well. IWM, Qs, by the way. Can we just talk about this for a sec? This stuff, man, this looks terrifying. All the more reason to just be really careful. Like, you got to be paying attention to the 10-year. You got to be paying attention to the Qs. At some point, the Qs are going to rip us down on BTC. Like, we're not going to be saved magically. There's just no way. There's just no way. So this looks toppy to me. This looks very toppy. Right? Head and shoulders, diamond top, whatever. This just needs to not die. If it can just stay sideways while BTC tries to break out or mean revert, that's the best case. But there's nothing here that is bullish whatsoever, to me. nothing. I mean, it's above the cloud, but this looks horrific. So I would not feel safe in QQQ longs and tech longs at the index level. I think individually there's plenty of stuff to do, but the Mag 7 is another one. This looks even worse. This looks even worse. So got to be mindful of that. Got to be mindful of that because we're not in a vacuum here. We might have a good day here and there, but we're going to be following the rest of the market at some point, most likely. This is the 10-year yield creeping higher slowly. If this breaks out like it looks like it wants to, oh boy. Again, I don't think that we're going to be saved on the crypto side. So where you could get into trouble, I'm just talking to myself here, like if I quadruple down on margin or something at 93 and the 10-year goes to like 4.5, it's like, well, that's not great, you know? So maybe keep that in mind, right? Like, as excited as we all will be from 93 to 103, if we get it, there's still plenty that could ruin this party. It's also worth checking out IBIT. IBIT yearly pivots as well. So that is a W again. This is exactly what you don't want to miss though on IBIT, which we don't have. We're not even close to that yet, right? Not even close. So I think we got time. That's why I like this tiny little 93 to 103 trade. Super cautious, waiting for this pattern to play out. If it does, a lot can still go wrong. Definitely not out of the woods, right? This is in no way, shape, or form bullish whatsoever down here. Absolutely not. All right, let me catch up with chat. No sound, no sound. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Sorry, my bad, guys. It's funny. Just see who's listening to the stream by just muting yourself. Happy New Year. Yes. We hear you. Can you check link? Money pouring into crypto. Alt season. Page 68 season. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the dollar's another one. Just sort of chopping around, which is fine. You don't want strength in the dollar. I don't care what people tell you. USD CAD asks Golshi. If anything, it's got this, doesn't it? Little head and shoulders action. It's too much of a mixed bag for me. It looks more bearish than bullish to me, which is good, I guess, if you're Canadian. If you're a maple syrup guzzling, poutine loving Canadian, then you probably love that. But yeah, it looks more bearish than bullish to me. So yeah, BTC. I personally don't think anything's actionable here. A lot of people are going to disagree with that heavily. That's fine. That's just me. Also, you'll notice on my sheet, I don't have any BTC on the trading side right now. 0. I tax loss harvested it all. So there's nothing. Like let it go up. I don't care. What does it matter to me? Either way. But if I'm looking for a high conviction setup, it's going to be this cloud stuff. And that it may happen with or without me. I don't know. But that would be best case scenario. The problem is the weekly, right? We are hanging on by our skin, teeth, whatever. Like we're redlining it or whatever. It's just not good. I don't want to say bounce or die, but you're going to get a bearish TK cross here on the weekly, which is historically, you want to backtest that real quick. Death. Let's do more here. Death. COVID. Pre-COVID was actually a bearish TK cross. 2014 death. 2013 did fine. So yeah, let's call that what? 5 of 6 have been absolute death. A weekly TK cross. So if we get a weekly bearish TK cross with a breakdown in price, I mean that's probably a good night for a little bit. Another reason to be cautious here, just in case. Downside risks are still there. So we'll see. It's trying, right? It's trying. This is what we needed to see rolling into the new year is do we have anything? Do we have anything at all? Looks like ETH BTC is outperforming today. Probably a better case on ETH for something. And now you get to the conversation of like, what's your risk appetite? How risky do you want to be here? Would you rather trade BTC on leverage? Would you rather trade leveraged BTC, which is altcoins, right? Would you rather trade leveraged BTC on leverage, which is like leverage squared, which is where some people want to live, which is fine too. But I like ETH at 3,400-ish, 33 something. Just again, vanilla edge to edge. And some people are going to want to play this down here on ETHU or whatever. That's fine. It's clearly the same chart. Clearly the same chart. You know, you just measure it and call it a day. So what is that, 75 to 100 on ETHU? Pretty good trade. ETHU is 2x ETF. Yeah, I feel the same way about XMR that I do about XLE. So XLE is energy. And it looks good. It looks real good. It looks really, really good. Last time it looked this good, it broke out and failed, which is what you want for the risk side, because it's probably unlikely that like tech does well the same time XLE does well. So maybe, you know, in my head, it's like maybe this is a hedge for something else. Maybe XMR is a hedge for something else because XMR typically is inverse BTC, right? I don't know. There's a lot of different conversations you can have with yourself in that regard, but XLE to me looks incredible here. Incredible. Especially with all the commodities lifting off. Maybe people are rotating. I don't know. It looks very, very good. Very, very good. I'm almost tempted to play this with options again like I did back here. But man, I do not do well with options. So yeah, XMR is pulling back a little bit. All right, let's go through the rest of crypto real quick. ETHBTC. ETHBTC on the daily. To me, it's just not quite like, do I really want to take a mega ETH trade here? I want this to be obvious. That's the big thing. Like, you don't want to have to think about it. Like back here in July, you know, that's the dream. We're not quite there yet. I thought we might get that in mid-December and we didn't. So we might get that in Q1. I just don't think we're quite there yet for that trade. And you don't even have to play the pair. You buy ETH instead of BTC and call it a day, right? Or you buy leveraged ETH instead of BTC, or you buy BMNR or something, right? Instead of MSTR, whatever. So, you know, I don't know. We're not quite there on ETH BTC, which is fine. Sol USD also, I really don't think there's anything here. The problem is if if BTC does well, Sol should do better, right? So it's really a personal choice. Like, how far down the risk spectrum do you want to go to try? I would rather just trade BTC or ETH personally than deal with that. And then the rest of this stuff, we'll just go to Kraken real quick. The rest of this stuff, oh, I guess ETH also has this kind of invert head and shoulder thingamabob. Ripple, again, like, it's just not for me, and people are gonna hate that. They're like, "What do you mean? It's up 10%." It's not a trend yet. It's super early. Zcash pulling back, that warms my heart more than anything. SWI, ADA, yeah, all these. The problem is they're down so much. They're down so much. I don't see anything there for me. So collectively on these alts, maybe you trade a channel break, but man, I don't know. It's not for me. Pepe randomly up 34% today. What are you going to do, right? That's the point. It's never obvious. I mean, I disagree with that strongly, because what you're looking for, you want to see an obvious chart to me? let's talk about an obvious chart. It's not in crypto. You know, these meme coins are kind of just like gambling to me either way. They're the equivalent of MSTX. Like there's a time and a place for that, but to me, I'd rather be semi-sure than just a complete guess, because this whole time you could have just guessed, right? So my style, my system, again, I don't see anything there. People are going to hate that, but it is what it is. This chart, now if we go to BABA, for example, have you ever seen a better falling wedge in your life? Ever? I mean, let me know. I haven't. Today it has broken out. Now, will this play out to the target? I have no idea. But that is a crazy looking wedge. The same thing on IREN. Great looking wedge-ish. Did I delete it? No, okay, there it is. Just chugging. There's a wedge on Oklo. I like these because they are multi-week, no doubt about it. You could give this to a kindergartner and they could draw that in, right? Oklo, I think, is a little early. So that's what I'm talking about, obvious. And we can talk about MSTR. There might be something there. MSTR. Somebody said bull div? Yeah. So the bull div is there. Bull div won't save you in and of itself, but if you're looking for evidence to do something, I'm looking for anything. So yes, a bull div is great. A pattern is great. We're after tax loss harvesting for MSTR. Is this a high probability setup? Again, some people are gonna like jump all over this and say this is an amazing setup. I just don't know if I'm there, man. I don't know if I'm there. I don't know what it would take either. I would want to see like a cup and handle, not cup and handle, Adam and Eve or something down here. I just don't think this is enough. I would rather trade IREN or BABA. I would rather trade Metaplanet. Metaplanet looks phenomenal. Like, screw MSTR. This chart looks insane to me. MTPLF? Yeah. This chart looks insane. Is there a leveraged Metaplanet we can do? Wild. This chart looks great. That's why I have this over MSTR right now. So you just got to pick your poison, I guess. But I don't know. I would rather trade something that looks decent in the setup than kind of force it on MSTR. It just doesn't feel ready to me. So yeah, I do think things are more obvious sometimes than others. And sometimes market's just going to market either way, right? But I like to look for, like if we look at my sheet here, you'll notice like, what am I focusing on? It's a very narrow specific set of things. It's cloud, it's chart patterns. That's it. There's nothing else. Not, at least not right now. And we've talked about most of these a lot, right? Rivian, Fig, Zoom, Roku, Tesla, Giant, Cup and Handle. mRNA we can take a look at. FactSet hasn't broken out yet. DNUT. I mean, these are all the same type of trade, right? Typically, the patterns in the cloud talk to each other. And that's just where we're at in the market right now. You know, we're not in like mean reversion Kijun bounce mode right now that I can see. If we go to gold, maybe gold would be that type of trade eventually, but again, it's kind of like you got to pick your battles here. Do you really want to trade gold and silver right now and platinum? Or do you want to trade something that hasn't broken out yet, right? So in my head, I'm always like, I missed it. Next chart, you know, that's it. That's it. That's all we got. Anyway, Potash and Mosaic, SFix. Yeah, SFix still looks very, very good. SFix looks very, very good to me. For sure. Love it. I love Zoom. I love massive consolidations. What's BCI? Oh, yikes. Is that a like a split or something? What is this? Dividend? Dividend. That's what it is. Dividend. Yeah, oil keeps going lower, gas keeps going lower. All right, let's take a look at the Nuanda list. See what we can see here. Oh boy, what is this? Yeah, he was talking about this one earlier. I don't know, man. I see the vision. I don't know if it's for me, but I see the vision. Definitely see the vision. You clearly have some sort of edge-to-edge thing setting up, right? Probably an avoid for me. MP materials. Not sure what you see on this one. This one's a mystery to me. Comtech also looks like the train sort of left the station. Unfortunately, you had a like wedgy thingamabob. I don't know. I don't love it, just because it's already moved. So if you're holding it, great. But if you're not, I don't know. SLB, I don't know. Looks okay. Looks okay. Lots of chop. It kind of reminds me of Target. Target broke out a little bit today. Lots of chop, but Cloud likes it. Cloud likes it, and it's holding up. So maybe, you know, is this an A plus setup? Probably not. If anything, it's kind of got a little Eve Atom action. Here's the Eve. Here's the Atom. Don't see that too often, but something to think about, right? At least when you're waiting for crypto to do anything, stuff like this. At least this to me is readier than crypto stuff. Yeah, we'll take a look at Glow. What were my alerts that popped today? It was, oh yeah, UUU as well. So UUU on lower time frames. Like, look at this. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Nice little inverted head and shoulders, the breakout there. Into the cloud on the lower time frames. Nuclear stonks lifting off a little bit. I like that it's pulled back. You know, this is like IREN and Oklo. It's in the same category. What else popped today? Deck. Deck looks like Target to me a little bit. Not the best setup, but the cloud likes it. I added to Porsche today. Again, I just like breakouts. I like cloud stuff. I like things that have been down for a long time and are fighting in consolidation breakouts. And then Baba. Baba I bought today on the breakout. Now the cloud disagrees with me, but I like the pattern. I like the pattern. So those are the alerts today. Metaplanet as well. RDW was one from last week. I don't love it, but I see the vision. You know, I see the edge-to-edge vision. It's a trade. It's a trade. You can't throw money at everything all the time. Even for me, like, this is a lot of positions to have on at once. So at some point, the other part of this is like concentrating the winners, finding the best risk reward, blah blah blah. Like, you know, focusing on the A plus setups over just like planting a bunch of seeds and watching what grows. Anyway. All right, back to the Nuanda list, then we'll get through the stream suggestions. Glenn. What is Glenn? Glencore. Feels a little like it's kind of left the station, but it looks great. Looks great. SSL. Just for people who don't know, ADR, what is it? Something repository deposit, I forget, I don't know. TLDR, it's non-US. So you'll notice there's a lot of non-US stuff doing very well right now, or turning the corner, bearish to bullish. Whereas if you contrast this with the QQQ or the SPY, that stuff looks like it's struggling to continue a little bit relative to this. So again, Setup wise, I'm over here. I'm in this camp all day, you know, over QQQ. This looks good. Looks good. For sure. Just want to remind myself. Yeah, FactSet currently holding, currently challenged. It's one of the worst performing in 2025 as far as return. Excuse me, return. It was in the top 20 worst. They did a thread yesterday on that. I like this setup more than any of those other edge-to-edge trades just because it's a super tight consolidation. To me, I can see the pattern here. We'll see what happens. This could very possibly just go nowhere, right? But I like that you're going to get your answer here fairly quickly. You know, within the next week, I'd say max, you'll probably know if this is a stinker or not. So that's why I like that one. Trade Desk, another one I talked about yesterday. I think it's way too early to touch this, but something to maybe watch. Falling wedge. Deck, I talked about already. Lulu was another one on the daily. It's above the cloud. So this is like the target, the deck. You know, is this an A+ setup? I don't know. I'd rather throw money at Zoom personally. That's just me. It doesn't look good today, but I'd rather throw money at this than Lulu. Chipotle. Again, tough. Is this an A+ setup? Is it a B setup? I don't know, right? It's kind of like a B+ setup. It doesn't really have anything going for it yet, but worth monitoring, I think. I think I'd rather trade Dow. You know, if you're just like thinking about, again, relative value, the opportunity cost. Dow looks readier to me than anything else on this list other than FDS. That's why I have that trend line there with the alert. So that's the other part of this game. Like, okay, you're going to throw money at random junk and hope for the best? Or you're going to throw money at stuff that actually looks like it has potential, right? Yeah, THD. I'll share the spreadsheet eventually. I got to clean it up a little bit. But yeah, it's just a basic like trade journal setup. Some other requests from some folks in the Cord. Pony, this one, man, I was all over this one up here and it just faded. Just went nowhere. It's just back in the range right now. I got nothing to say about it. Just tough because now it's like XYZ, right? It's just it has a history of nonsense. It has a history of going nowhere forever. And that's just a tough ask when we're talking about opportunity cost. Do you really want to sit in this for years? I don't, personally. Same thing with SMLR. A lot of people were super bullish on that for a while, and it, like, look, chop is not your friend, man. I don't know who needs to hear that, but chop is not your friend. I'd rather just never trade this ever. Like, it's just out of my mind space. I don't care. It's just a mess. It's an absolute mess. LEU. LEU looks just like UUU if I had to guess. It's probably in UUU. Very nice inverted head and shoulders there. Let's talk about Glow real quick. Glow. Yeah, I mean, it's reconsolidating, trying to get back above the cloud, bullish TK cross, etc., etc. Was this the one you asked? No, Atomic, right? This is probably the one. My bad. Either way, that other Glow looks okay. This Glow doesn't look bad either. Doesn't look bad. If I had to rate it, you know, what is it? A, B, C? Again, probably B+. I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. SKYT. Messy. Messy, messy, messy. What is this? It looks like Doc N, doesn't it? It's got that multi-year complex inverted head and shoulders thing. Is this AI related? Here's Doc N, by the way. Doc N, a little cleaner to me. but sure, we'll write it down. We'll see. We'll take a look later. DNN. Denison Mines. Yeah, you can't disagree with that. Bullish Kumo breakout, bullish TK recross, price above cloud. What else do you want? How is, what is it? GDX? Is that it? Yeah. Gold miners. Semis. ON Semiconductor. Someone's been asking me about this one for like every week. You know, do we have anything written on here? No. It looks okay, but I would just rather trade a sure thing. Maybe if it's some part of some like thesis of yours. Yeah, Porsche, we talked about already. I think this chart looks phenomenal. It's easily, to me, one of the top 5, top 10 charts, along with Stitch Fix, Zoom, Rivian having a day again isn't a bad day to the downside. I don't care. I don't care. Let it sell off, whatever. LPTH, Light Path. Looks a little stretched. I see what you're seeing on the cloud, but it's like Zcash, right? It's gone from $1 to 10 in a year. Doesn't mean it can't keep going. How far back does this go? Damn. A minus setup, maybe? Like, how patient do you want to be, you know? If this is like a multi-year, again, this is AI, it could be drones, who knows? Is it fiber optics? Is it a multi-year setup? Maybe. Let's keep going. Let's keep trucking. FLNC. I just hate this is the ETH chart, isn't it? Like, it looks a lot like ETH. I hate missing this and then thinking, oh man, there's a trade up here somewhere. I just sort of check out. Hut, yeah, there's got to be a trade on Hut eventually. Gotta be. Like, if AI doesn't die. The same thing with Wolf. You would think there's a trade here eventually at 16. I don't see anything at the moment, though. AAOI. Man, that's tough. It's not pre-breakout. It's not maybe cup and handle. It's just, these are some tough charts. Because again, in my head, I'm like, there's that BABA chart. You could just throw more money at that chart. There's that Stitch Fix chart. Buy more of that, right? Bullish TK recross price above cloud, ONDS. I see it. It's there. TXG, this looks like a Head and Shoulders to me. What does ARCG look like today? Yeah, still kind of doing a bunch of nothing. Probably a trade there this year, but not right now. IE. All these charts are kind of the same. Sort of up chop puke. GPHOF. Man, I just don't love any of these, honestly. Don't love it. RDW, yeah, we talked about this one a little bit already. It's a setup, it's a trade. Even if you're not trading this, it's something to watch for BTC. Like, how does this react in the cloud? Where does it go? When does it get there? How long does it take? That sort of thing for the edge-to-edge stuff. SRFM, Surf Air Mobility. There's something down there. Something ugly. I guess. This is literally like me looking at any chart. It's like, do I see anything? No? Okay, next chart. I don't see anything tradable yet. Maybe if you get a shoulder. Set an alert here. Call it a day. I can hear you as far as why this is on the list. Yeah, in or below the cloud worth playing soon. Yeah, I agree. I agree. United States Antimony Company. A little inverted head and shoulders there, right? I don't hate it. It's a multi-month downtrend. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. It's in the, is antimony a rare earth? Probably, right? What does REMX look like today? So yeah, like I would just rather play REMX personally. I think this chart looks great. I think it's got room on the high time frames for more to like 100-ish. I like that it's reconsolidated. I like that it's a tight consolidation up here. So yeah, I think I like REMX better. A-Lab, same thing. Inverted head and shoulders. Yeah, I mean, this isn't bad. This may be the best chart we've looked at on this list that you've brought up outside of Dow and FDS. Again, I like it's just a multi-month struggle here, and the cloud likes it. So I'm definitely going to add an alert on that one. Finally, a good chart. It took 30 charts to get to the good one, Nwanda. What the heck, man? What the heck? Just kidding. PCT, yeah, a little inverted head and shoulders watch trying. I think it's too early there. Circle, a bunch of people asking me about this one. Stone cold nothing for me personally. What do you guys see on Circle that I'm not seeing? Because I don't see anything. I don't see anything here at all. You know, again, if we're talking about obvious stuff, this to me right here was obvious. When I see this on anything, I'm out. I don't touch it. I don't think about the long side. I don't short stuff enough to really care. I would rather personally just long something else. But we talked about this when it happened, during, before, after. That to me is obvious. And yeah, it's at the bottom of a trend. So good luck coming after me, head and shoulders police. But down here, is there anything here? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Like a coin. Again, like what is here? Anything? What's with that -3? What does that mean? I got nothing. It's free floating. There's probably a div here. There's a div, but no. Next chart. I got nothing. That's not a good sign. BYCBF. Oh, proxies for cocoa in the US. Okay. Yeah, it just looks late, you know? Barn. Yeah, it just looks late. What I liked about the cocoa chart, which is an ETF in Europe, Wisdom Tree, I liked the head and shoulders edge to edge setup here. Can't trade it. Yeah, coin looks ugly. All right, let's catch up with chat. Thanks for the list, Nwanda. Gotta scroll up a little bit. You guys are busy. You guys are busy. SVX Doc N, yeah, I love it. SKYT. Oh yeah, we looked at this one. Again, I'm thinking in my head, fresh position, new adding, But this was the like, no, I guess not. Oh, it was like the Doc N analog. It kind of reminds me of Roku a little bit too, which I think Roku looks fine. A little bit of SoFi vibes as well before the breakout. Back here, chopping around. SoFi does not look great up here, by the way, still. It might fight this off, but it's the same thing with the circle chart. If I ever see this in any form, no, not for me. There's plenty of other stuff to trade. LTH. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, on this first stream of the year. LTH, a little bit of channel, down channel. I think there's just better trades. Like that A-Lab chart looked great compared to this. MG. Somebody asked me about this last week too, I think. Yeah, I don't hate it. Again, it's like B minus. I don't know. It doesn't inspire me to buy. I'll tell you that. Circle we looked at. Beam. Is it TradFi Beam? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, it's a little early. It's a little early on Beam, I think. It's kind of a mess. That's why I like mRNA a little bit better. mRNA is admittedly a mess, but it's trying to do something. Definitely a little early. Definitely a little early, but I like that it's kind of been here the whole year. Another one is Novo. Is it NVO or NOVO? What is it? NVO. It's definitely early. This is on the watch list. I haven't bought any yet, but super strong, obvious channel. So if this breaks up, then I like it, but it's early. XPL, I assume you mean crypto. XPL, right? It's funny over the years, the number of coins. This isn't a comment on this individual. Thank you for the comment about XPL, but it's funny the number of coins that have been the flavor of the week or the flavor of the month and then just disappear, right? I don't really have a comment on this. Not enough history to really say. It's obviously doing really well. It looks about as toppy as silver does to me. So I wouldn't touch it here. Hopefully you were a buyer, 10 or 15 and you're probably selling a little bit up here. It depends. But I'm not a buyer up here on this. Train left the station on that for me. SURUFF. Sprott Physical Uranium. Yeah, this one, where is it at? I don't know why I'm chugging so much today on the computer side. There is a uranium miner. So yeah, I like this a lot. I like the multi-year inverted head and shoulders you've got working on here. The URNM, is that it? Yeah, so URNM already broke out in September, August. But SRUFF, nice little uranium play. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Paperclip. I agree with you. Lulu, we talked about. I think it looks fine as a cloud play. I don't love it relative to everything else. If I had to pick something to watch the closest, again, it'd be Stitch Fix. It would be Zoom. It would be something like Dow, where it is just a super tight, like it's crunched. It's like it's a coiled spring to me. Sorry, what do you think about BTC first below? What do you think about BTC going first below weekly wick and test? I don't know. I can't play 4D chess that much in my head right now with that stuff, just because we could be back at 85 this afternoon, right? Or this evening. Who knows? Who knows? This whole zone has been a super, super struggle to do anything. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, someone else is asking about UUJ. Definitely like UUJ. PayPal. Let's take a look. Oof. New multi-month low. Do I have a memory leak or something? Must be. Do I have this open twice? Maybe that's why. Yeah, that's not a great look, is it? The hedge. Not for me. This is like a Z minus. A slightly better chart is Peloton. And Peloton also is in the doghouse right now. I don't think there's an entry here, just to be clear. Not yet. That's why I like Zoom better. But I think this is something to watch. Do I have my own style or tips when it comes to long-term investing? I think so. I try to talk about that a lot. Top sections are from. Oh, okay. See, Nwanda, he wants plausible deniability because he's saying these ones up here are from somebody else. They're not from him. And he's got a special separator. You probably can't see that on the stream. It's not like the charts got any better below the line, Nwanda. They didn't get any better, but that's fine. Yeah, Dow we looked at. JKS. Thanks again for sending the list over, though. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is like a B plus. It's got the inverted head and shoulders action on the weekly. I don't hate it. It's been here for years. It's done nothing. HUN. Huntsman. Little same thing. A minus, maybe. Man, that is just an endless death, huh? Since 2022. Like it's trying. It reminds me of even Porsche a little bit, but STLA, same deal. It just like died forever, and now it's trying to claw its way back to something. It's tough because like, how do you size this? Probably low, or just ignore it. I don't know. I don't got a great answer for you there on that one. ONDS we looked at, ASTS. Yeah, it's messy, but again, I got that BABA chart in my head. Like, do you want to trade this, or do you want to just like go balls deep in BABA? I don't know, man. Chart looks pretty good. Circle we looked at. SKYT, EVTL, Rivian 200 week MA. Yeah, Rivian to me, I really don't care what happens there. It's either going to figure itself out or not, you know? So I don't know. I'm not really paying too close attention to it. EVTL. Messy. I like it above 10. Is that dumb? I like it after the 2x. Is that dumb to say? It's just too much chop and slop down here for me. But I see what you're seeing. I see what you're seeing. Nike, a few more, then we'll get out of here. Nike. Is that the right chart? It's probably not the right chart, huh? There you go. Ugly. What is this? What is this, bro? It's ugly. I do not like that at all. What about Disney? Disney. Disney's on like the XYZ bandwagon where it's just years of just chop. Kind of just a massive avoid for me. VG. V to the G. I think it's a little early on that one. I get the vision. Somebody the other day told me to stop saying vision. I can't remember who it was. Like, please don't say vision anymore. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little early on that one. Thanks, Looney. HD. Yeah, I wish I had better news on Circle. I think the crypto people too, like I feel it. I'm with you. I'm in agreement that I want to trade crypto stuff, right? I want to trade alts. I want to trade BTC and ETH all the time. I don't want to trade this other stuff, but you have to fish where the fish are. And if the fish ain't biting on the crypto side, you either go home or you just go somewhere else, right? So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just somewhere else. HD. Rough. Little head and shoulders y down there. Don't love it. I don't like that at all. Did looking for new BTC pivots. We did not actually vocalize the new yearly pivots. But at this point, new yearly pivots are out for everything, including legacy. Someone has given me a fix for this many times. The log yearly pivots. Let's turn off all that. So generally with pivots, you can think of it, I think of it as a ladder. Like a ladder you climb. Above 96, I like 117. If we're left to our own devices here, I like 66. That's it. You know, I don't read these any further than that. Max bearish for the year is typically R2, S2 historically. So we're talking 44 or 150. These also act as support resist randomly throughout throughout the year. If you look at last year, one of the reasons I pay attention to these at all, like, 121, this printed at January 1st, 2025. Guess what? We really didn't go past that level. Odd. Or, 80. We kind of didn't go below that level the whole year. Weird. So it's just weird stuff like that. That happens a lot with the yearly pivots. So 96 and 65 are going to be pretty interesting levels if we get anywhere near them. I think Ben, is talking about 65, 66. The 200 week is at like, what? 57. So yeah, today I don't think they tell you much, but down the line, if we are like making a bearish pattern into 117, then yeah, I'm less likely to keep holding that stuff. Or if we make a bullish pattern into 66, I'm more likely to take a trade there. But yeah, those are the pivots for now on the old BTC. BA looking solid. What is BA? Bank of America? Boeing. Yeah, how's like Jets or UAL look? Man, I've got to fix the lag. The lag is out of control. Yeah, looks good. Looks great. I love that this thing puked and recovered. I'm all about it. UAL was the one that had a United had a cup and handle, right? Yeah. Still looks tradable up here. KULR, did that thing ever break out the channel yet? No, not yet. Again, when somebody says like, it's never obvious. I don't know, man. This looks pretty obvious to me. Like if it's above the channel, that looks like a trade to me. It's been a year of just down death. If it can get above the channel, I like it. Merc. Like Merca? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's up chop. You missed it. I'm talking to myself here, not to you. I don't see anything. I don't see anything that I love there personally. QXO. Tesla. Tesla's a forever hold based on the terrible numbers today on the deliveries, by the way. But if you believe in long-term cup and handle stuff, then you like it. And my lag is killing me, so I can't even. There we go. Yeah, you don't love to see that, but based on the numbers they put out today, it makes sense. Makes sense. What's that, like 15 days of red? Not great. If this chart is not amazing, Mr. or Mrs. Individual, we might have issues. We might have. Yeah, I got nothing for you. It's not for me. It's not for me. On that amazing chart, we might have to end it here. Should we go to Intel real quick? INTC, all right. Maybe there's a better chart here in Intel. Last one. I mean, hit the measured move. This is a win for the TA, by the way. If you're just playing the at-home game, holding, you're hodling BTC, you're just watching this for whatever. Pretty weird how some of this stuff happens sometimes, more often than not. This was the measured move of the consolidation, and it's still there. I don't love whatever this is here. That's why I like Iron better than this, as an example. I like REMX better than this. All right, actual last one. People keep asking me about flavor of the week stuff, which is fine. That's why we're here. We're here to talk about anything we want, right? I got nothing. And I probably said that last week. What do you want me to say? You know? Who knows if this is even quantum resistant? I don't care. Sure. I got nothing. I got nothing. That's it. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna call it. Appreciate all the chat. Appreciate the comments after the video goes into forever archive mode. I read everything. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll talk to you on Sunday for Setup Sunday. Maybe. Nwanda with $100 dono at the end. Redlining it. Thank you, Nwanda. Appreciate it.